Hi, sorry for the very messy background, but yeah, this is life. Now, for this week, we're gonna talk about mindset for multi-passionate creators and creatives in terms of being in the messy middle of our projects or creative work. So when you're in the messy middle of things, it sometimes feels a little icky or boring, frankly, because when you try to start a project and you're working on it, it sometimes becomes a routine. And as you all know, routines can get monotonous and boring, as I said. And when it becomes boring and sometimes when it becomes frustrating because you aren't seeing results yet and you become very impatient, then these ideas that I have might help you with your mindset. And the first idea is the FAR cycle. FAR stands for feel, adapt, release. And this is a cycle that I observed in myself. I haven't really read this kind of cycle anywhere on the internet or in books. I observed it in my own life and in my own experiences. And yeah, when we do feel frustrated, impatient, or angry sometimes that the results that we want haven't arrived yet, then the first step I think is to feel whatever feelings you have. To honor those feelings, to accept and acknowledge that they are real, that you are feeling them, and that they are valid. The next step is to adapt. This is one of the and this
Hi.
is this is one of the factors. How was your work?
Work is so stressful.
Hi.
I still feel very sleepy because I really didn't have much time to sleep last night.
So, a little break. One of our heroes during these times in the front lines. Okay, so as I said, the next step is to adapt. And in this process, I think, as I've said, I put alarms on my phone, and all the alarms are the strengths that I found from Strength Finder quiz at high5.com. I'll try to link it down below. One of those strengths is that I am a chameleon, and a chameleon adapts to change kind of quickly, very quickly. And this is what this step in the cycle is all about. You adapt to change. And in this stage of the cycle, you also could give yourself permission to heal from whatever like pain or hurt that you may have gone when you're in the middle of the creative work that you're doing. There are blocks that might hinder you from doing your best work. So you have to clear those blocks, and in order to clear those blocks, you have to heal from those things that are holding you back. And so this is what the adapt stage of the cycle is all about. And for the next stage, it's to release. So in the release stage, once we know what's holding us back, once you clear those blocks that I said, we can release all this tension. And I learned this from one of the success kits at Boss Babe by Brendan Burchard, and he says, release tension, set intention. Another mindset tip or idea that I have for you when you're in the messy middle of doing creative work as a multi-passionate is to set your mind and consult your heart. So in other words, mindset and heart set. So what do I mean by this? I don't think that either the mind or the heart is important. You don't have to choose one from the other, which is more important. I think they are both important because they both exist, and they both exist for a reason. The roles are very different or quite different, but the importance of each of their roles is vital for human functioning, for human life even. And so yeah, we could set our mind to think positively or think more creatively in order to solve problems at work, or in order to recognize specific situations, recognize the feelings that we have. But we could also consult our heart about what it really wants for us, what it really needs, because I do believe that the heart knows the truth of what we want or what we most desire in life, but that the brain or the mind can sometimes be in the way of that because we were conditioned in the past to think in that way. Just because we were conditioned in that way doesn't mean that it's the truth. When you consult your heart as to why you're feeling what you're feeling, and then you use your mind to work on that feeling, to work on how you can take much more aligned action, I think that's the most ideal way to do creative stuff, not even just creative stuff, but to do the work that you were meant to do. Next is the prospect of your vision or dream or goal. Why I really want to talk about this, about visualizing or prospecting, if that's even a word, the dream or the goal that you have, is because I want you to see what the end product of your dreams and goals are, how it feels, what it looks like, what it might taste or sound or smell like. When you feel into this, when you pull all that visualization, all those emotions, all those feelings, all those perceptions into the now, into your current state, you are attracting that kind of goal or dream into your life. And I know this is also getting a little bit woo here. I kind of like being a little bit spiritual or woo on this topic because I really believe in it.
There are so many thoughts in my brain and I can't say them, communicate them at the same time because they're running at the same time or simultaneously anyway.
This is tapping into the law of attraction. And if you're not familiar about it, one of the most popular books on it is The Secret. But I haven't really read that book yet because I heard from a couple of people in the past that it's kind of very woo and very non-practical. And at the time, I was trying to be so practical and so productive, as they say, but I found out that being practical is not really my strength. Being ideal is my strength. I'm very idealistic. It's my strength. Idealism is my strength. I'm trying to find a balance between my ideas and between real life practices. And I am improving on it along this journey. I do think that being practical or being pragmatic is also very important because in manifestation, it's not just about thinking and feeling your version or your definition of success. It's also about taking action. And it's one of the most underlooked or underrated parts of manifestation is taking action. Taking aligned action. Bearing in mind the prospect of your dreams and goals and feeling them into the now, you also need then to take action on it so that you're also doing your part to manifest these goals and these projects that you have in your heart that you want to put out into the world. And my thoughts are sometimes kind of all over the place on this one. My heart is, I guess, all over the place on this one. There are so many things going on in my head that I can't communicate because they're going on simultaneously. I feel like I'm downloading lots of stuff from the universe. So much stuff that I can't possibly speak into words until now because I'm still practicing at this. I'm still learning at this. I'm still trying to get better at this and improve myself on this. And I think that's an important part of the process also, that people sometimes fail to mention that it's okay to not know everything and it's okay to not speak out about everything that you want to share for now because it's a process, it's a learning process, and it's not always that you've learned something and that you can speak 100% about it once you're on camera like this or once you're on a podcast or when you write even. And I stutter even when I'm talking about this because there are just so many things that I learned that I consumed in the recent past that I really want to share. I really do believe in the law of attraction. I believe that like attracts like, that what you put out into the world, what you feel, how you feel, your energy, the energy you put out into the world is the energy that you get back. And if you feel into the energy of lack or scarcity, then you're going to get back lack or scarcity in your life. But if you feel into the energy of abundance everywhere outside of you and inside of you, an abundance of patience, of hard work, an abundance of creativity, and I don't know, charisma, I don't know, eloquent speaking probably, or whatever it is that you feel that you have abundance in you, that's what you will eventually put out into the world also. And same with the outside forces outside of you. If you feel abundance even in the things that you have right now, especially in the things that you already have right now that the past you would have wanted, it's so important to appreciate these things because this is what abundance is all about. It's about appreciating what you already have, but also feeling into what you still also want in the future that you want to attract into your life, if that makes sense. This is getting a little too long. Again, when I start talking about this, I just get, so stimulated. I don't know. I just get so excited talking about this because I just recently learned this and I just wanted to share it. So that's about it for our vlog for today. And I really love talking to you guys. If you have any comments, comment them down below and I'll try to reply to them as soon as I can. Sometimes I'm not able to reply sooner because I get anxious about how I'm going to reply because I want to reply with the best reply possible. But there is no perfect reply. There is no such thing as perfection. So you just have to have fun along the way and just say what you want to say. As long as it's the truth, as long as it's kind, and as long as it helps others. So I guess that's a good way to end this video. See you again in the next video next week. Bye!